Good day, my name is Bluesuit and today I'll be going over my review of the early access story-driven turn-based Dungeons & Dragons fantasy CRPG known as Baldur's Gate 3. In Baldur's Gate 3, you play as a Mind Flayer's victim, desperately searching for a way to cleanse yourself of its corruption, else you become its own monstrous slave. The story is extremely well written, but even more so in the characters that you meet. Their dialogue really sucks you in, and I felt invested in not only my fellow party members, but even just random creatures and people that I met along my journey. Lump the Enlightened is a perfect example of this. Just a regular ogre who, through means I will not spoil, has become incredibly intelligent. And although our exchange was somewhat brief, he was a great character with great dialogue and great voice acting. The early access experience definitely hurts these characters, however, as their lighting can sometimes be awkward, and I don't think I've met a character yet whose animations are smooth and complete. On the surface, Baldur's Gate 3's combat looks very similar to Divinity Original Sin 2, however, there are some distinct differences that definitely make Baldur's Gate 3 a wholly unique experience. It is still a turn-based system, however, now it's a little bit different. If yours and an ally's turn are adjacent, they actually become one turn, and you can decide which character you want to take action first. Not only is this logical, but it creates even more tactical opportunities. It's one of the game's many systems that seems not all that impactful, but once you learn them, they can make you feel like a genius and give you tons of new ways to find victory. Additionally, Baldur's Gate 3 introduces two types of actions, much like the D&D rulebooks that it pulls from. Your regular actions are essentially all of the high-impact things that your character can do, like spells or attacking. Your bonus actions are really where you get the chance to express some creativity in battle. You can throw literally anything in your inventory. You can coat your weapon in nearby harmful surfaces. And my personal favorite, the shove command, that can push enemies off of ledges with a satisfying splat when they hit the ground. And there are dozens of other things you can spend your bonus actions on, again creating even more tactical opportunities. To fans of Divinity Original Sin 2, this game is going to feel a lot more hardcore, but it's really not. Baldur's Gate 3 is just built off of a very different set of rules that fans of D&D are going to recognize and pick up quickly. The world that has been built so far has been very satisfying to explore. Every nook and cranny of the map seems to have something stowed away, waiting for me to discover. Whether that's a secret stash of jewels or an interesting NPC with a side quest to dish out, but it was gut-wrenching to go out of my way to explore an interesting structure only to see that I failed a perception check, meaning that whatever was hidden there, my character didn't have the eyes to see it. Times like these really made my playthrough feel unique, as maybe next time I'll discover that secret, or I'll charm that person, or I'll pass that arcana check. Even if you wanted to play the exact same way on another playthrough, the dice just wouldn't allow it. And there's something deeply engaging about a game like that. And with Baldur's Gate 3, those dice rolls can cause ripples that affect the story and your relationships with other characters. And in my own playthrough, I could feel my playstyle change as the dice fell. I slowly began siding with a band of cutthroat goblins because I befriended one of them through a series of lucky rolls, even though I was initially there to wipe them all out by request of a camp of tieflings. The whole time wondering how others might have dealt with my same situation. Maybe I should have just killed them all. Now, let's talk about what everyone really wants to know. Should you pick up this game now or wait for its full release? And the answer will really depend on the amount of missing content that you're willing to put up with. This is in no way a polished game. Even the content that's out now is pretty rough in some spots. The camera definitely needs some work, as it will occasionally not understand what you're trying to look at and just do its own thing. There are a lot of lighting issues as well, and animations seem to be a major offender. Probably about 80% of the NPCs that you meet, including yourself, are going to have some pretty awkward moments. It does break the immersion of the game a bit, but it's mostly just comically harmless. The biggest thing is that the current version is only about a third of the overall game. The main story of Baldur's Gate 3 will take place in 3 acts, with only Act 1 being currently available, which is still about 25 to 30 hours of content. There are 6 different classes available, with 6 more on the way, and 9 different races and sub-races to play as, with again, more to come. So your go-to class may not be available right now. Looking at you, Bard. Right now you can pick up Baldur's Gate 3 on Steam for $60. As I always say, early access games are rarely worth their price, and Baldur's Gate 3 is not yet an exception to that. It has a wonderful world filled with established lore and beautifully written characters. It uses a combat system that honors the D&D rule set by letting players flex their creativity and rewarding them for thinking outside the box. So in its current state, I'm valuing Baldur's Gate 3 at $46, and I would only recommend it to players who want to be involved in its development or who truly cannot wait to play it. If you can wait, do, because this is probably going to be the best game to come out in 2021, and it would be best to experience it for the first time in all its full release glory. I hope you enjoyed this review of Baldur's Gate 3. Come see me on Twitch where you can watch our reviews in progress 5 nights a week. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what you thought about it. Until next time, peace!